How's it going, fellow gamers? Ender here, bringing you some gameplay on Domination, and this is episode 2 of the One Gun series, and the topic is going to be basic training. Now, getting back to the One Gun series, it's pretty much the whole game. I just showcase the M16. I don't use any other weapon, just M16. I do get a couple of frag kills, but if the situation calls for it, I will get a frag and throw it. But the whole purpose of this series is just to get as many kills as I can with my weapon alone. No dogs, no chopper gunner, nothing of that sort. I have spy plane, counter spy plane, and my Blackbird. And of course I'm gonna have scavenger because I don't want to run out of bullets. I want to keep resupplying. And sleight of hand, and I have tactical mask on. I don't really see the need for a hacker pro in this stage, so that is my setup. And the picture in the beginning, if you did notice, it has Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. And what is in common between those two games, of course, they're both military-based games, and to be in the military, you have to go through basic training. And I'm going to be talking to you all about pretty much basic training, my experience in basic training. I went through basic training myself back in 2007, and it was Air Force basic training. I have no idea. Well, I have some idea of how the Marines, Army, Navy, what theirs is. They're all similar here and there, but they all differ in some ways. Some other people say theirs is harder. Some say ours is easy. Whatever. I don't care. I'm talking to you about my experience in the basic training. And as you can tell, like right there, I was sitting next to B. Don't worry, I will get B right now. I'm gonna play the domination as best as I can. I'm gonna try to win it, not just by getting kills, but I'm also gonna try to play the game as well. But yes, anyway, so back to basic training. The first day I arrived there, we get off a bus, and it was definitely pretty intimidating, seeing all these people I've never met before lining us up like cattle, pretty much. I guess trying to figure out where we're gonna go, which groups we're gonna be in. And the military training instructors, or for short MTIs, are the ones that are in charge in this area, which is in San Antonio, Texas. That's where Lackland Air Force Base is. That's where basic military training is for Air Forces there. So anyways, first day they line us up, they freaking screaming at us, so forth, and finally they get us into our beds by about 1 in the morning. And the next day was the last day. We got to wake up at 8 o'clock. Every day from then on, we were up before 6. And yes, we woke up to some music reveille, if you will, if you know what that is. But that's kind of freaky when you're not used to it. You're just laying there, all of a sudden freaking music just starts going off. It's kind of funny seeing people fall out of their bunks or run all over the place, slipping on the floor. But as soon as you hear that, you're up and running. You got to get in your uniform. You got to run downstairs. If you are late, if you are slow, you're gonna be getting yelled at. You're gonna be holding everybody else up. You'll feel the pain, that's for sure. The first week there, we didn't have uniforms. We were wearing our civilian clothes still, known as rainbows. I don't know why. I guess just, oh, of course, because we were wearing different colored clothes, therefore rainbow. I forgot. Now I remembered. But yes, once we did get our uniforms, you were supposed to get in them as fast as possible, then go down and eat some food. Let me tell you, I love the food from basic training. That shit was delicious. I mean, you didn't really get a chance to taste it because you line up, you pretty much like cattle again, like using the example. They just put you in the line, side by side, walking, stepping, keeping both hands on your tray, saying what you want, and if you're not getting it, you're not getting it. You go, you sit down, you grab a fork, you get your cup of water, and you just hold on to both of them, don't let go, look forward, and eat as fast as you possibly can. If it looks like you're done, you're done. You're gonna get told to get the fuck out. And if you're jacking around, then you're gonna get told to get the fuck out as well. For instance, one time they do have condiments on some of the tables, I guess as a test, and my friend decided to reach over and grab the ketchup, and one of the MTIs tells him, don't grab the ketchup. And my friend proceeds to grab the ketchup and put it on his fries. The TI then proceeds to run over and scream in my friend's ear as loud as he can, ketchup, and then tells him, you're done, I'm done, get out. And I pretty much got like 2 bites of my food. I was pretty pissed off. I don't like ketchup anymore. Nah, I still like ketchup. But yeah, that's a perfect example of cafeteria. It was pretty intense. But after After breakfast, you usually go on to your classes, and of course, being in the military, you're gonna learn military history, military law, you know, the whole shebang, shaboom. And you do learn some combat stuff, situation, not combat per se. They don't teach you how to fight. They just teach you how to help each other out in situations. If you got a buddy bleeding on the floor, you stop the bleeding, obviously, or you just stand there and stare at him. I don't know. That's fucked up. But and the M16 is one of the weapons you actually fire in basic military training. When I went through, it was simply M16. Now they let you fire M16 and M9. Well, not let you. You must qualify on them. And back then it was just M16. And back then, basic military training was only about 6 weeks, a little bit more than 6. Now it's about 8 or more weeks. And they do have a lot more going on now. But back when I went through it, it was still pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure it's just as fun now. I mean, I'll tell you what, basic military training was definitely a fun experience in my part of it. First couple days there was kind of intense and whatever, you know, you hear some guys crying in their bunks here and there. I didn't cry. I'm not saying anything against the guys that were crying. I mean, back then I was single, I had no wife, no kid, and I'm pretty sure some of these guys missed their families and that's why they were. But I remember one night I was laying in my bunk. It's probably the second night I was there, and I heard like a squeaking, like a jumping up and down, and I'm like, what? So I look over and I see the MTI jumping up and down one of the guys that's sleeping in his bed. And that guy is not reacting. I can imagine he's just laying there like, you know, I'm going to ignore the situation. He will go away. He will go away. So I thought that was pretty funny, but the other MTI sees that I got up and I'm looking over. So he runs over and flashes a light right in my eyes and just tells me, "Go to sleep." And I did not hesitate. I went right back to bed. I thought that was pretty weird. And I can tell you so many different stories, so many weird shit that happened, but it's not enough time. And definitely if you do go through basic military training, and if you've never seen grown men passing out and falling on the floor, you definitely will during our physical training. And our physical training did focus a lot on running. And you know, it's pretty nice. You lose weight when you're there, or some people actually gain weight in basic training, but you know, not fat, like muscle. But anywho, after you worked out, you took a shower, of course, and you are showering with other men. So if you're not used to it, you're gonna get used to it really fast. You're in one big room, not a big room, it's like a little square room, just a bunch of just showers. There's no curtains. Everybody's just in there. If you've never seen another man's penis, you're gonna see another man's penis. You're gonna see many penis. And I'm not encouraging you to do that. Don't go there and do that. I don't know. Whatever you're into. And I'm gonna get off the subject now. So okay, sorry. I didn't mean to get there. But you know, they are gonna start letting gays into the military pretty soon. Just letting you know. I'm nothing against it. Whatever. I mean, I'm married. Okay, move on. So this game's coming in about to end now. I just got off subject so bad. So I couldn't even tell you guys all about what happens in basic military training, really. It's just too much that goes on. Every week that you're there is a different process. You go through a different stage of rules, pretty much. The longer you're there, the more lenient they are with you. Of course, when you first get there, they're yelling at you. They're in your face all the time. Everything you do is wrong. If you think you're right, you're wrong. Just admit you're wrong. The faster you say you're wrong, you're right. I know that sounds stupid, but that's how it's done. There's no way to be right. But yeah, every week you progress, they get a little more lenient. And these guys are actually pretty funny. The crap they say and the stories they tell you, shit is hilarious. My experience in basic mode and BMT for short, I've said basic training way too many times, was a good experience. I enjoyed it. Let me tell you right now, it's not for everyone. Some people do go through and then they find reasons to get out. They act crazy or they start slicing their wrist or something. I never saw any of that, thank God. But you know, that's a quick little thing about what basic training's about. Again, sorry if the gameplay was a little slow, but I figure it'd be good enough to upload since I am an irrationally average gamer. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the view, and like and subscribe if you will. I'll see you around.